Hello everyone, welcome to News Extra, and we are closing in on a significant anniversary for the Gering American Legion, 100 years as a matter of fact, and coming up there's a special celebration on the 9th of November, and I have Eldon Kramer with me, who's the squad commander for the American Legion in Gering, as well as Cece Moser, who is the unit commander for the Legion Auxiliary. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Glad to be here.
Big celebration coming up here on the 9th.
Yeah, Scott, we're having a 100th anniversary bicentennial November 9th. It's going to kick off 6 o'clock. We're going to have hog roast, potato salad, baked beans for $7.
Oh, wow.
We're going to be raffling off a quarter of a beef. Second prize is 10 ribeyes, and third prize is a 10-pound tub of hamburger. And you can get them tickets up to 7 o'clock on November 9th, and they're $5 a piece.
So not only marking the 100th anniversary of the American Legion, but also a little bit of a fundraiser for the Legion as well.
Right, for a lot of our projects.
Talk a little bit about some of those projects, if you will, because people may or may not realize just how involved the Legion is, specifically through the Legion and then the Auxiliary. Talk about the Legion first.
A lot of our projects are boy state, girl state, junior law cadet, our 13-fold flag ceremonies that we do for the schools, and donate flags to 5th graders. We do a lot of work at the Veterans Home up here, and we've donated money to Veterans Relief Emergency Program here in town, which helps surrounding veterans through the area with some bills.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of things there for our veterans and our children and youth.
More than just what people may realize during the summer, Legion Baseball, everybody's always heard of Legion Baseball.
Yeah.
And there's always that sponsorship as well. Now, Cece, the Auxiliary does quite a bit of work in the community as well.
We do. We sponsor Girls State. We provide scholarships through the state also. And we buy Christmas gifts off the Christmas tree at the bank for a youth during Christmas time. We spend a lot of our money also out at the Veterans Home. We play bingo twice a month. We bought them radios for dementia patients, lap robes, bags for their walkers. We sponsor a lunch bunch where once a month they get to go to lunch of their choice, a place. And the exciting thing this summer, I helped take them to the casino.
Oh, okay.
They were so excited.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And especially to be able to get out and about and go do something different.
Yes.
Is really a neat kind of deal. Of course, this is the centennial of the American Legion for Gering that we're talking about, and there's a little bit of history there, and we'll come back in just a moment on News Extra and talk with you about that. And we're back on News Extra, and we're talking about the 100th anniversary celebration for the Gering American Legion, which is coming up November 9th. And I happen to have Cece Moser with me, who is the unit commander for the Legion Auxiliary, as well as Eldon Kramer, who's squad commander for the Legion. Again, thank you very much for joining us.
Glad to be here.
Talk a little bit about the history of the American Legion in Gering. 100 years, it's not anything to sneeze at.
Right. American Legion was founded in 2019, or 1919, or yeah,
1919, sure.
And we're our 100th anniversary, which actually the Legion was founded in France during World War I. And we're going to be kicking that off on November 9th for the celebration. Our American Legion family and the Legion set up on 4 pillars that we are supposed to follow, and they are veterans, relief and rehabilitation, national security, Americanism, and our children and youth, which we do a lot of children and youth stuff. And that's basically kind of our Bible, our 4 pillars to follow through the American Legion family.
And of course it started off with the Legion. It took a little while for the Auxiliary to come about. I'm sure it was relatively quick, but the Auxiliary was second and followed the Legion, correct?
Right.
Yes.
The Auxiliary will be celebrating the 100th anniversary next year.
Oh, so it wasn't very long down the road that the Auxiliary was created, specifically for women. to support the Legion and then support, obviously, the war efforts and everything that was
Right.
going on to that
Right.
time, back in the 1920 time period. So, have things evolved a little bit as time has grown on as far as the things that the Legion is involved in and has promoted over the course of the years?
Actually, I did a 100-year history, and actually we are supporting in different ways and amounts of money, but we're supporting the same things the women did 100 years ago.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's amazing.
That's amazing. Of course, it's just that society may have changed a little bit, but the needs, especially of
still the
veterans and
same.
their families and the community and youth, still the same as they
Still
were
the
back then. And the Legion itself, has evolved a little bit, if you will. You've got some additional things I would assume coming up during the course of this celebration. This is just going to be the kickoff.
We do, Scott. We actually have we cook Friday nights once in a while down there, and we're trying to get it going more.
Okay.
This Friday, the American Legion Auxiliary and the Honor Guard will be cooking hamburgers and fries down there for $6.
Oh, that's, yeah.
We'll probably kick that off at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
So,
Okay. And of course, the things that you get involved in as far as making donations, it's just across the board. It
yeah,
really
most
is.
of our Friday night cooking is all going for our projects that we do.
So coming up here on the 9th, we have the special celebration coming up at the Post 36, starting up at what time on the 9th?
Starting at 6 o'clock p.m.
Okay. Okay, and we're talking a ribeye dinner. Well, I should say
No.
roasted hog dinner.
Yep,
Excuse me.
roasted hog.
I'm thinking of what's going on with the raffle. Served by
Potato salad,
Yeah, mhm.
baked beans, and desserts provided by the auxiliary.
quite the menu then.
Yes.
And of course, the raffle items, as I had mentioned before, we're talking a quarter of a beef
Right.
being donated by the Van Ann family, as well
Yep.
as 10 ribeye steaks from Fresh Foods, 10-pound chub of beef of ground beef, I should say, from Fresh Foods, and of course, entertainment, and I'm sure a lot of history that people will learn about.
Yeah, we've got a band coming called the Branded Band, and Barbara Beckett Kramer Dvorak is coming from North Platte, and she sings a lot of veteran songs
Okay.
and stuff like that. It's not going to be no hip-hoppity band there, so
Okay.
and maybe we'll draw the older crowd in, Scott.
I understand.
Too, so.
I understand
But
that.
the younger crowd can come too. It's going
Oh,
to
of
be a
course.
great time.
Well, you definitely want the younger crowd because
Right.
as people age, there's fewer veterans that
Right.
tend to get involved, and so having those younger folks come in and get involved very
We
important.
definitely need the younger folks.
Certainly,
Yeah.
certainly do. And of course, I can imagine the auxiliary also wants people to be aware. You guys have Christmas stuff coming up for the holidays.
I have this
A
wonderful
wish list.
Christmas wish list. We try to buy a $20 gift for every veteran and resident
Sure.
at the veterans home. There are 96. So I have to come up with $2,000.
Quite a bit of money, yeah.
Yeah.
Quite
So
a bit of money.
It's a fun time. We buy the gifts, we wrap them, and then we have a little party with them.
And of course, if somebody wants to make a donation during the 100th celebration, obviously they can do so.
Oh, yes. Very much appreciated.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciated. That is the 100th anniversary celebration, really just a kickoff to a full year for the Gering American Legion Post 36, the 100th celebration coming up on November 9th. And it's going to be held where?
And at
The club,
Oh, it's
The
going to be
club
held
there.
1429th Street in Gering.
Alrighty, it's something you definitely don't want to miss. Cece, Eldon, thank you very much for joining us on News Extra today.
Oh,
All right.
thank you for
Thank-
having us.
Thanks for having us, Scott. We appreciate all the news media.